It's a shame Watson here for PSP Sports. We've got the knowledge, Spencer Fearon with us here today.
Yeah, man. How's everything going?
All good, man. All good.
Are you enjoying? This is not the first time you've been here, is it?
No, not the first.
But it's an amazing.
It is.
It's amazing. Sky is an
crazy.
amazing place. I'm honoured to be working there.
No,
imagine this. I get paid to talk the same things I'd talk to someone down at the pub. It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really
crazy.
Good. It's really cool. Really good facilities here, but we got a massive fight this week. Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. What's your thoughts on this? I saw an interview you did recently, actually, and you believe that people shouldn't be looking past Joseph Parker.
You shouldn't be. I'll tell you, you shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Like, he's either Maori or Samoan. He's one of the two, right?
Yeah.
If you look at the heritage of those people, do you understand? They are from the lineage of the original people of the earth. Did you know that? You didn't even know that, did you?
No, I didn't.
Right now.
No, I'll pretend I know.
Right, exactly. So you have to understand. So they have an inherent toughness in them. If you're from like the lineage of the original people of the earth, you've had to do something to survive to up to present day, right? If you used to break it down to the science says that the planet that we live on right now is what is it, 6 billion years old? I mean, sorry, 13.5 billion years old is the universe. The earth that we're living on now is 3.4 million years of earliest civilization of the earliest form of Homo sapien, right?
So you're not just a knowledge in boxing either?
No, so you have to look, so you're coming from the lineage of that, where the first man was actually the African. That's factual, right? The oldest bones, the oldest remains were found there. He's from that through the migration, so he's from that lineage. So anyhow, he's from that, and they're just tough people. Trust me, you go look at any of those people from that part of the Pacific. David Tua, ridiculously tough man. Look at those people, they are tough people. Even though he's not a concussive one-punch knockout artist, he hits hard enough, he has very, very good work rate, he's got good lateral movement, and he's got good hands. So if you couple all of those kind of things, here's a guy now that could give Anthony Joshua a lot of trouble. I believe that he could bring a lot more trouble than a perceived fight with Deontay Wilder for Anthony Joshua, for the fact that he's a tough man. But we are dealing with universal soldier in Anthony Joshua, right? You're not dealing with an ordinary human being. Anthony Joshua is something else. So, to all you little, how old are you now? 22. 22. Like, I got pubic hair older than you. So I'm trying to say, for you guys who just jumped in to watch the sport now, you're not going to remember of like when we had ridiculous punches like a Ernie Shavers, when we had people seem to forget how hard frame Bruno used to hit. Bruno could properly whack. We go through guys who didn't even become world champion who could whack, like Razor Ruddock. He could whack. These guys were like, they were just horrible punchers. Ron Lau, horrible puncher. These men were horrid punchers. So when I see punching power now, I don't get gassed over it. I think Anthony Joshua brings a whole lot more than just punching power. You know what I mean? He does throw very, very good combinations, even though sometimes it does look a little bit robotic, and that's because of his stature, and he's a big, fit, set guy. But there is something about Anthony Joshua, you've got to see like it'd be very, very difficult to bet against him, but this is not an easy fight, but a fight that I do believe that Anthony Joshua will be victorious in.
And you believe, I don't believe he would be, but do you believe that Joshua and maybe his team might be looking past Joseph Parker ever so slightly?
No, because they know, right? Seriously. I don't believe that their whole camp, they deal with what's apparent and what's ahead of them. And what is ahead of them right now is Joseph Parker. And they're like, let's just win this one, look good the next one. But in the entertainment business there has to be win this one, look good while we're doing it, and win the next one and look good in that one as well. They have to continually do that because he cannot afford for, and he gets squeezes for the Takam fight. He gets squeezes for the Takam fight because the Klitschko fight was so magnanimous. So we think, well, we can give you a little squeeze for that fight. But you can't continually keep on doing that, because if he continually keeps on doing that, then he's going to be in trouble.
And also with someone like Tyson Fury on the return, what's your thoughts on that? And it's looking likely by rumours that he could be signing with Frank Warren. What's your views on Tyson Fury coming back into the sport?
I think Tyson Fury's excellent. I think Tyson Fury's excellent for boxing. Seriously. I understand when you are from a disenfranchised people that you can get ostracized. Not saying that he hasn't helped himself, right? But I think it gets over exacerbated because it's Tyson Fury and because he's from a travelling community. I think people would be a little bit more lenient if he wasn't from a travelling community. But seriously, I think, and it's classism when it comes to him, because he speaks his mind on certain things. There's not going to be PC correct, but I could deal with someone like that. I'd rather deal with someone like a Tyson Fury than a smiley, noddy, them kind of. I don't like those people. I like to deal with those. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? So me and Tyson Fury, I could hang with Tyson Fury than someone who's been grotesquely media trained and sculptured to be a certain way. Because Tyson Fury, as far as I'm concerned, is real.
And how much of a threat is Tyson Fury to division and Anthony Joshua himself?
No, he's a threat to all of these guys because he's got boxing attributes, and he's scientifically higher than Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Joseph Parker. You see a guy in Tyson Fury, and this is what you have. When you're in the amateurs, right? When you're in amateur boxing, especially like where I grew up, and I boxed at the Lynn AC, right, in South London, and we'd have like travellers who would come into your area for like 6 months for the year, then go somewhere else, right? So they'll big up their campsite and they'll be there. And while they're on the campsites, you would see like they were not scared of no one. Do you understand? And when I mean like they just wanted to fight, that is another thing that's inherent within them. They just want to fight. And then they couple with the fact that they like skills. So Tyson Fury would level himself to somebody like Muhammad Ali, because no doubt he'd be watching Ali, knowing the struggles that he went through, and he could affiliate himself to that because he's thinking, well, we kind of get that because I'm from the travelling community and we get a lot of stick. So I can imagine what. And there's a couple of times where he's been interviewed and he's spoken about what would Ali have gone through in the time. Because I'm getting ostracized right now, but what would he have gone through at the time? Imagine Muhammad Ali, 1964, when he beat Sonny Liston, February 25th. He beat Sonny Liston for the heavyweight championship of the world. He was heavyweight champion of the world. That means he's the baddest man on the planet, and you are not even allowed to vote. Imagine that bullshit. So the world's changed right now, but this is what I'm trying to say. You have to know history, man. So when I look at someone like a Tyson Fury, coupled with his skill, and he looks hungry right now, and he proved to me how hungry he is, because I think we had a little spat on Twitter a few months ago, and I said, well, what you want to do is get in shape and come back and improve everybody wrong. And you know what? I hold my hands up, because the brother's been in the gym. Look how slim he's looking now. He's looking conditioned. And if his mind's right, Tyson Fury's a nightmare for anyone, and potentially could beat anybody in the world.
If Tyson Fury can get back to the same kind of Tyson Fury we saw against Vladimir Klitschko that night in Dusseldorf, do you believe that he has the attributes? Do you believe that Tyson Fury would beat the Anthony Joshua that beat Klitschko, or even the Anthony Joshua that we have here today?
Well, I don't know about Anthony Joshua that we have here today, because you're going to ask me that question on Saturday. But the Tyson Fury that beat Klitschko would beat anybody. Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua, and Deontay Wilder. And I'm just being real. He would beat all of those guys, because there was a guy who was tricky, who, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you the smart thing. Smart fighters get you to fight at their pace, and they also get you just to watch them when you're a smart, clever guy. So you do little things that you won't be watching who you're meant to be watching. Do you understand? So they take the allure away from you, and they put all the sole focus on themselves, and that's what Tyson Fury is very good at. But when you can hit like Anthony Joshua, and you're as tough, because he's a tough, proven man, right? Then Anthony Joshua could potentially hit Tyson Fury and knock him out.
And also, I mean, with the change of trainers, it's gone from Peter Fury to Ben Davison. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, you know what? This came up to me, was it November, December? No, December. We've done a Christmas special for Ringside. And I'm just being honest, I don't know this guy. Do you know what I mean? And that's no disrespect to him, I don't know him. But to guys in the trade, they're telling me like, yeah, he's a sound trainer. You know what I mean? I know a couple like Ben Dowett was telling me like, he speaks to Billy Joe. Billy Joe was saying he's a sound trainer. It's just that I haven't seen anything that he's done to know his accomplishments, but I've seen the work that he's doing on the pad work that he's doing with Tyson Fury, and I rate that. That person can wait, right? So I'm saying, so I see the work that he's doing, and I rate him. I think he's pretty neat.
And also a little bit on CANELO Golovkin. I mean,
fight shouldn't happen.
You think it's not going to happen?
No, I'm saying the fight shouldn't happen.
No, it shouldn't.
Period.
But you think it will?
Yeah, well, it's too much money. But I just believe that the fight should not happen. That's it.
Because there was also talk that he's now failed another test.
And it was clenbuterol, right?
Yeah, and the amount they found.
Right, exactly. It was above when they catch and ban cyclists. He was like 4 points above that.
Yeah.
So come on. So what does that suggest to you?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know,
and the thing about it is this, and I like Canelo because I'm a purist, and I think he demonstrates the things that I love about the sport.
Yeah, I remember you called him an assassin.
He's an assassin. He's an artful assassin. He does artful butchery. But what I'm not taking is the fact that you've been caught with a banned substance in you, and then they've tested you again. So I'm saying no. Then enough's got to be enough, and then so you got to draw the line. And even if you were innocent, as he's proclaiming, if you're innocent, then cool. But put the fight on hold. Put the fight on hold. Come back when you're clean. That's Johnny Nelson there. Put the fight on hold and then come back.
And quickly round off. Tony Bellew, David Haye, the rematch. What's your thoughts on that fight, and how do you see that the outcome becoming in that one?
You know what? You can't beat Father Time. I think David Haye has been a fantastic ambassador for British boxing. He's been absolutely fantastic. One of the greatest cruiserweights of all time. Moved up to heavyweight. I'll give you all the credit in the world. But I just think everything's about timing. And I think somebody like a Tony Bellew, who relishes going in there and winning fights, I will still favour Tony Bellew in this fight. But you never know, because like David Haye's coming a lot lighter now. David Haye's become very, very spiritual. If you hear him, and like people saying, he's joking. But I know, I sat down with David recently on the show, and he's serious with it. So he's kind of known humility. But the thing about it is this, I think like everything's timing, and I think it's just the things are favourable to Tony Bellew, because now Tony Bellew knows what kind of punching power. He knows what kind of punching power. So therefore he's alright. He knows what he's going to be expecting when he goes into that ring. And that's why I will tip Tony Bellew to win this fight on points. I can see this fight getting dragged out and him winning on points. Like debatable maybe points, but winning on points.
Okay, thanks for coming to PC Sports today. It's great to have you on. And hopefully we'll catch up with you again soon.
Yeah, cool man. Big up PBS Sports, right?
PSP.
I can't keep up with you guys. You've been doing it a hot minute. Maybe you can cut that out if you want to do, but no, seriously, big you guys up, because I like you two are a proper double act, man. You're like best mates, ain't it?
Yeah,
pretty much.
No, I love that, man. Seriously, I really cool. I think that's really cool, man. Keep on doing your thing, because remember, in another 5 years, young kids are going to be someone like your age now, going to be looking at you like you're the man. Like, oh my God, you guys, I was watching you guys, I got inspired by you guys. So just keep on doing what you're doing, because you never know who's watching and who you're inspiring.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, man.
Big up, yeah?
What we'll do is probably see you in Wales anyway.